We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Mick Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. And Jay, these guys are ready to battle.
Ed, when you look down on the court, you see their eyes, that burning passion to play this game. Intensity is going to be off the charts. This is why you play the game. Let's go check it out.
There's nothing like the pressure, the tension, the feeling before the tip. Clippers have it. To Leonard. A fundamental shot right there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
No doubt. Slams it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
James to Danny Green. From long range, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
James, that is great vision to set it up. Kyle Kuzma buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
James, they'll get it down to Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and 1.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kyle Kuzma. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. To Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Davis to Danny Green.
Right here. Ice it.
Davis to the basket, but his shot no good. To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. To Danny Green. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. James. McGee powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
James to Caldwell Pope. It's James. LeBron James, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Leonard can't get the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
George, knocked loose. Lakers have it. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. To Leonard. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Big finish at the rim. That's it for the first quarter. The Lakers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Leonard to George. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Ah, rocking the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Paul George, 4-2. Paul George. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the block. Paul George. To Williams. No, I missed a short one there.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
James. Oh, they called the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. James, bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Beverly. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Harkless. Williams to Harkless. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Davis. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Williams into the front court. 9-point margin. Slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Beverly flushes it home.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The assist from number 21.
This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard to Harkless. George. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knocked loose. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
Lakers at the controls right now. JaVale McGee. From the painted area, won't go down. Takes stock of the floor. He throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
For three, and drains it.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Cousins. Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And the rebound taken in by George. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard to Paul George. Knocked loose. Leonard to Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. George. Oh, that's how it's done.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Eric.
So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Leonard. Man, that was a tough shot.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
LeBron into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Gets a look, can't hit, to Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. George. No good. That's great defense. Whoa! What a finish!
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Gets to the basket and scores.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Davis. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. George. Rebound LeBron. To Danny Green. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
George, that's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Kuzma. LeBron James, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. To Kyle Kuzma. To Davis. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers, so it stays with the LA Lakers. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 7, JaVale McGee.
James to Caldwell Pope. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Here's a chance from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. It's a second. One more coming. Hits all 3 free throws. James. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Beverly. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Ivica Zubac at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. LeBron into the front court. Down 4. JaVale McGee to James. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
It's James controlling the offense. Off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Up by 3. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. To Davis. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Leonard. Cousins has the rebound. To Stevenson. Lou Williams rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Can't connect. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
McGee powers it through.
Get back, get back, get back. Here we go. I got it.
That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down, the Clippers are out in front. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Strong finish, that's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
And scores, strong take.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Davis to James. Terrific vision. Scores from the post.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Here's Leonard for 2. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
James into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Knocked loose. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Davis. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. It's George for two. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kyle Kuzma, they have to keep him in their grasp.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Oh, they called a foul, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
George, over to the right side. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
James, now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Kyle Kuzma. Cousins, deep right corner. Davis. To Cousins. Beyond the arc for three. And the rebound taken in by Beverly.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been...
And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
To Kyle Kuzma. Cousins. Davis knocks it down.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Across the timeline comes James. His guy's down by 9. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. Kyle Kuzma. Not going down here. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
James to Kyle Kuzma. It's no good. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Davis. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
James, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
From long range, it's Cousins with the rebound. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen.